My regrets look just like texts I shouldn't send. And I got neighbors, they're more like strangers, we could be friends. I just need a way out of my head. I'll do anything for a way out of my head. In my own way, this feel like living some alternate reality. And I was drowning, but now I'm swimming through stressful waters to relief. Yeah, all the things I do, spend a little time in hell. And what I won't tell you, I'll probably never even tell myself. Don't you know that sunshine don't feel right when you're inside all day? I wish it was nice out, but it looked like rain. Gray skies are drifting, not living forever. They told me it only gets better. My regrets look just like texts I shouldn't send. And I got neighbors, they're more like strangers, we could be friends. I just need a way out of my head. I'll do anything for a way out of my head.
Man, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was a crazy, I wouldn't even say a crazy fan of Mac Miller like that, bro. Like, I think I didn't appreciate bro, you know what I'm saying, back when he was alive. And shout out to my man R-Rated, man. My man Ryan for putting me on to him, bro. Like, and when I say put me on to him, it's not like I didn't know Mac, but he just put me on to him in a way that I didn't. I don't know, bro.
I That's how it happened for me.
Was it somebody else too?
Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, cool. And then started listening to Mac Miller a little bit more, and I was like, yo, all right.
I've been
Now, what is it at the end of the year when Spotify shows you like your
yeah.
artists? Dude, for the last, I don't know, like 5-6 years, Mac Miller, Self Care, top song, every single
Last
year.
5 years.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I tell you what, when Spotify looks back, because I use Apple, right? So when Apple looks back for me, I promise you, Mac Miller for the whole month of January is gonna be at the top, bro. Because I've had this dude in rotation, bro. I'm talking about waking up in the morning, all up in the afternoon, at night before, man, bro. Like, I just and it's not even a bunch of his albums. It's literally swimming in circles. So let's bring this up. First of all, my name is Kendrick. Behind the camera is my man R-Rated. This is the BroLo podcast. This is episode 2 of season 1. And yeah, kind of get a spill about what BroLo stands for, but I'll say it again. It represents brotherly love, and this environment, this place, this space is a place for me to show my brothers love. Promise you, next episode we'll have a guest on. Stay tuned for that. But you know, as we do with every episode, we got a couple things to introduce. First and foremost, I'm gonna just get right back into this album, bro. And pick this. Dang. So this is like not a normal. I don't know. I'm not really big into vinyls. I wouldn't say I'm not big into them, but I'm getting big into them. But this is the biggest vinyl I've seen thus far. You feel what I'm saying? I've seen some big vinyls, and they always had like a lot going on. But digging into this is Mac Miller's Swimming in Circles. And so this is something that I had to like figure out that this isn't one album. This is one album, Swimming, and then another album, Circles. And if you know, you know, right? I'm just getting hip to it. And then when my man passed away, man, R.I.P. to Mac, they put the album together, Swimming in Circles. So the song that y'all heard when we came in on was
Come Back to
Come
Earth.
Back to Earth.
Come
That's
Back to
exactly what it was. Come Back to Earth, man.
I know songs. I'm not good with like the names of the songs. I just when I hear it, I'm like, yeah, it's
It's a great excuse, Ryan. Great. For me, my excuse is I'm just getting on Mac. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just delving into Mac, man, and I'm very appreciative that I'm able to. And it's one of those things where it's like I'm the type of person where I don't like to watch season to season. I'd rather binge the whole joint. You feel what I'm saying? So this is perfect for me, bro, because I have been binging ain't the word. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I think the whole month of January gonna be Mac Miller.
there's a lot. Larry Lovestein was another. It's Mac Miller, but it was
Like Alter Ego or something?
yeah,
Okay.
Alter Ego.
Okay.
So Larry Lovestein. I think there was another one.
Hey man.
But Larry Lovestein is like that's a vibe.
Hey, listen, like I say, I have a fat wagyu steak on my plate right now with this. So I'm just enjoying it. You feel what I'm saying? And when I digest, that Larry Love thing gonna come about. And so the tequila of the day is 100% Alto. As you can see, this boy is almost gone, but I thought I'd just finish him off on the show. Y'all gonna learn. I'm not a. We've all had our days where we figured out what alcohol is for us. Tequila is for me, and this is one that I enjoy, man. This has 100% agave in it. This is the Reposado bad boy. So yeah, we're gonna finish him off here, man. That was it. I thought it'd be pretty suiting to, you know what I'm saying, end him off on the right note. All right. Cheers. My boy R rated.
Cheers.
Bring that back in. Cheers to R rated, episode 2. All right. And then we got another candle, a new candle. I thought I was gonna stick to the Yankee candle, but I kind of went for something a little different. This joint smells amazing. It has lemon, yuzu, and vanilla. All right. Shout out to wifey for the candle for the candle lighter, man.
Cheers.
Yes, sir. In the house, go pack go. That's never gonna change. Get used to it. R rated, and everybody else who aren't Packers fans. So first and foremost, the studio is a nice, crisp, toasty degrees. So I'm gonna come up out this leather real quick. Just give me a second. There's nothing special I'm about to unveil. Right. Oh, brother. What's new? What's new, my brother? How's the week been for you, big dog?
Busy. Getting ready to travel. Friday.
It's bright in here.
Uh,
I ain't gonna lie to you. That Packers hat looking nice with this shirt. I never even thought about putting them two together, but
grab it. Bring it into frame.
look, yeah, check him out real quick.
We can't see it.
Oh my bad. Hold on. Check him out, man. Like, I got the fro out, so I can't really, you know what I'm saying. But I don't know. I've tried the Krusty the Clown with the hat and the fro out, but I think my fro just a little too big for it. But yeah, man, this is something. I put the braids on. It's over with. For me, man, I'm going home. I'm going to New Orleans. In about a week. Being up here in the Midwest, I need to get home, bro. Like, it's one of those things where it's like it's gonna be a quick trip. It's not gonna be long, but I need the crib, bro. Like I just need the crib, bro. I just need to go home, immerse myself with my peoples, see my great grandmother, see my uncle, see my nieces, my sister, my siblings. You know, chill out, eat. I'm gaining like 10. I'm gaining like 10 and I don't care. I've been working out good. My regimen's been great. But you know, if I can, I might get up and do a run or something like that. But otherwise, I'm just gonna eat. I'm gonna do.
What you gonna eat?
Let's see it. Let's see what's on the menu.
Yeah,
So this is one of those things I was explaining to somebody about New Orleans. I'm gonna go down there and I'm taking a couple of the homies with me, and it's like we're gonna go probably get a pound and a half a piece. Maybe not a piece. They might do a half a pound. I'm gonna do a pound and a half for myself, a crawfish. We're gonna go sit on the lakefront. We're gonna have a little sip with us, and we just gonna sit and eat crawfish and chill on the lakefront.
I've never had crawfish. I'm gonna need you to make me some crawfish.
You talking about make him some? I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a tall task, but I could definitely do that. That's not a challenge I'm running away from. But it's way better when you got somebody that's been doing it for years.
Okay.
It's an experience that you got to get from the city. They got some people that's like a make it outside the city, but me,
Is there any good crawfish
come on,
in Des
bro.
Moines? Yeah, I didn't think so.
Oh, yes.
Dumb question.
You're good. I just feel like
Hold on. If anybody knows where to get good crawfish in Des Moines, Iowa, leave it in the comments.
if anybody leave a comment for R-rated in the comments, you are a blasphemer. You are a liar. There's no good crawfish past the equator, okay? I wouldn't even say Texas, y'all got a little something going on. I ain't gonna lie to you. Texas got a little something going on. I just don't want to disrespect other cities, bro, but don't nobody do it like us. But I don't think nobody does it like us, and it's just a thing. And it's one of those things that I was telling people when you say, yo, what is there to do in Des Moines? Like, what is there to do? Bro, it's very challenging for you to come up with something to say, oh, let's do this, or there's this. Bro, in New Orleans, we could go, this is very simple. You get you a pound and a half of crawfish, get you a little smoked sausage with it, maybe a little turkey neck, and just go sit on the lakefront and just enjoy that, bruh. That's something that you could do on a regular. It's low. Get you a big shot, pineapple to be specific. I said it right. Specific,
yeah.
pineapple to be specific, or you could get the mango joint. Those are my two. A big shot is it's a drink, a soda pop.
Oh, okay.
It's a cold drink.
I thought you were just talking about mangoes.
No.
I think I'll go for the mango.
It's a pop. That's what y'all call it in the Midwest, right? Pop.
I call it pop.
Pop.
I guess I don't know.
Yeah, pop.
Soda pop. K-pop.
And I mean, that's like I said, it's budget friendly, but it's such a vibe. And that's just something that, like I said, I'm going with a couple of homies of mine to take them to experience that. So boom, that's going to be one of the first things we do. Easy. That's going to be one of the first things I eat. Easy. The second thing is I'm going to, I think it's a seafood market, seafood store. I can't think of the whole name of it, but it's seafood something in the 8 Ward. And I'm going and I'm getting me a po' boy, shrimp, fully dressed. And I'm going to have one of them get a hot sausage po' boy, fully dressed, no side, big shot, cold drink, soda pop. And we going to smack that joint like, probably there. We're not going to take it to the crib. Like we might go on Canal or something Maybe not Canal. Maybe to like the French Quarters or something like that, and bang that out. You feel what I'm saying? But those are two things that's a must. Another spot called Blue Oak Barbecue. I think that's in the Seven Wall. It's kind of right there, like down the street from City Park. So we're gonna go dilly dabby in that. That's a new spot that I learned about. I don't know how long that spot's been there, but boy, they sell some crackling that's like it's no.
I don't know.
It's kind of even
I've never
hard
been to Louisiana.
So you know how you make bacon?
Okay.
Like it's a square, right? A rectangle, like pork belly or something like that.
Oh, pork belly. Okay.
I don't know. Don't agree. Is that
I've had
bacon?
pork belly. Yeah, that's.
Is that how you make bacon? You just cut it in thin slices, and that's bacon.
Yeah.
So essentially, it's meat, and then it's a layer of fat on top.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's called on the pig.
It sounds similar to pork belly.
Okay. So with crackling, you chop that up in chunks, maybe little chunks, and then you brine it down, and then you fry it, and it's like crispy on top,
Okay.
juicy, fatty in between. But then you gotta season it. You gotta season it. And they sell at. I mean, it's not good everywhere, but Blue Oak, the best stop. If you know, the best stop is the spot. But Blue Oak know what they're doing too. I can't even knock Blue Oak. What else? We gonna stop at Loretta's. Loretta's does beignets. And her beignets is a little different from Cafe Du Mall. Cafe Du Mall is probably like a place where everybody has heard about selling beignets. No?
Dude, man.
All right. I feel like you need to come. I feel like you need to pull up too. So beignets is like it's almost like a donut square. Are you familiar with what it looks like at least?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I've seen a few cooking shows.
Okay, so Loretta's, her beignets is to a whole nother level. They stuffed. You feel what I'm saying? So you got like sweet potato beignets. You got, I don't know. The list goes on and on.
I'll be coming back 20 pounds.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You said 10.
I'm telling you, I'm coming back 10 pounds.
Yo, 20.
Here. You feel what I'm saying? All that food it go right to the legs. I ain't gonna lie to you. So y'all probably wouldn't even see it. I ain't gonna lie to you. But so I'm going to Loretta's, but besides her beignets, because I'm still gonna go to Cafe Du Monde for their beignets. That's just like nostalgic. I'm still gonna go there. But Loretta, she is making king cakes this year. I think it's her first year doing king cakes. And so Miss Loretta has passed away. But her son is still, holding down the recipe and the tradition of Loretta's. And so this is going to be her first year doing king cake. So I'm still going to stop at the other places in Metairie. I'm still going to stop. I can't, the name is slipping my head right now, but I'm still going to stop at other places and get a king cake because I want to bring one back up for the shop for them to experience a king cake.
I think you need to bring one back for us too.
You need one, Ryan? I can bring one back up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course. I'm gonna bring one up for BroLo, and I'm gonna eat it on BroLo, so y'all can just see me enjoy.
Oh yeah. So we just were like that.
I'm not about to bring it here and be like, this is a king cake. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be one of those. This is a king. Excuse me, king cake. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's gonna be on. I promise you. What else?
When was the last time you were in Louisiana? When did you go last? How long has it been?
It's probably been over a year.
Oh, okay.
Pushing over a year, somewhere close. So, with that time, throughout college, I always went home. Every Christmas break, Thanksgiving break, summer, majority of most of the summers, I'm always home. And having a family, I want to vacate with my family. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to vacate around going home. You know what I'm saying? I would like more of my family to come up and visit me. So that's kind of a reason why I haven't been home as often as I usually would be. But is taking a toll on me. You know what I'm saying? Like I miss my city. I miss my family. And don't get me wrong, my peoples did come up for Thanksgiving. Well, November, December. So 2 months ago, you know what I'm saying? My people was up here. So, but yeah, I just need home, man. Like, it's okay though. We're gonna go home and we're gonna spend those days down there. We're going down there for Zulu, which is the last day of Mardi Gras, the last day of parades. So,
Man, I feel like we should have had Lil Wayne. Maybe is
dang. I mean, just Lil Wayne has to have vinyls. Like Carter 3, they definitely have.
Oh,
There's
for
definitely
sure.
a vinyl of. We don't worry about it. We gonna get that on
Maybe
here.
maybe when you come back,
Mm-hmm.
when you come back with the
Mm-hmm.
king cake.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. See, we might have to cut that out. I feel like Ryan just gave away the whole, maybe the third or the fourth episode of the podcast. This is gonna be new, like, you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be all over the room. Just talking about how much I love my city, it just segue right into me talking about just a little bit more about me. Um and you know, Hurricane Katrina. Um
That happened when I graduated high school, by the way,
Really.
in '05.
You're dating. I guess, I mean, I don't care. I'll date too. I was 8. So if y'all want to do the math,
I was 18.
yeah. Math it up, man. Yeah. What was your, so before I get into it, what was your because you're obviously pretty, I wouldn't say grown, but you're 18. Like, you know what I'm saying? You had
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I remember it happening. I remember what was it? Everybody kind of had to go to that football stadium.
Superdome.
Yeah, the Superdome. Uh, I mean, 18, I was more worried about partying, maybe
Mm-hmm.
more so, but
Mm-hmm.
definitely caught some of it on the news, and it was definitely a big thing. So, but I mean, you experienced it, so
Yeah. It's one of those things where I experienced it firsthand. And a lot of, you know, a decent amount, I'll probably say close to half of the people that was there aren't here today. Um, and my grandmother is one of those people. My dad's mom. She was pivotal, man. So I kind of get into it, man. My mom had 5 kids. We're separated at the time. My mom was going through some things, and so 3 of my siblings was with my mom's mom. Um, I was with my dad's mom, who is the woman who I call grandma. She's tatted on my ribs, Willie Mae. She is a foster mother, and so she always had foster kids, and she just kind of knew how to, So that was always a easy route for me to go when my mom was, you know. So I went over there. Didn't have no problem. I was enrolled in school. And my youngest brother was with my mom. He was 3 months. Chase. He was born May 1st. And so June, July, August. Yeah, he was literally 3 months old when the storm hit. And so my 3 siblings, my older sister, and then 2 of my middle siblings, they were in the evacuation situation. And which is that's like a whole nother story within itself. Like, I'm talking about no gas, like gas stations being out of gas for 10 miles, like, you know what I'm saying? 20 miles of just everybody's out of gas. Sitting in park for 7 hours, 10 hours, just in park, not moving at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can only imagine that situation. But, I don't think anybody would have traded their situation to be where some of us were. So we didn't we didn't prepare properly. I think a lot of the city didn't. And if they did prepare properly, they most likely evacuated. And those who did prepare properly, like, and I would consider my grandmother and my family a family that prepared properly. Like, we. So I don't know if this is a thing now, right? But we obviously boarded up the windows, put a couple sheets of plywood up. People that had hurricane like covers, just put those down. You know what I'm saying? Didn't do much more. A lot of people didn't understand the magnitude of the hurricane. Maybe they did, but like, this is home. I don't got nowhere else to go. I'm not going nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? And that was my grandmother's mentality. And so just to kind of, I don't know if they had this at the time, right? But when 2018, 2017, there was a hurricane that hit, and it like destroyed my mama's house. But they had like sand piles located in areas where you can just pull up to the sand pile, and there were bags. You would pull up to the sand pile, grab bags, as many as you needed, to border up your garage door, your front door, your back door, to help keep water out. I don't even know if they had that at the time. Maybe.
I mean, I think Katrina probably was yeah, it was a storm coming, but nobody really realized how big that storm was going to be. So then any hurricane after that, it was like, all right, this could be a really big one. They over prepared
For sure. That makes
to
sense.
be safe. So we didn't end up.
But it's one of those things where it's like you got smart people back then too in those situations. I'm not trying to say that like those people wasn't smart enough back then to say, hey, let's give out free sand in bags. Like that'll help a lot. So maybe it was a thing, but like people just wasn't, we good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? The levees is gonna hold. It's gonna be a big windstorm, some rain, but the levees is gonna hold. So we did our little preparations, and the day before I remember because we had school still, like, and so I remember like walking home, and the sky just looked like it just looked like it was crazy looking, bruh. It was crazy, like, and it's not in a sense of like the colors was crazy. I'm talking about just the way the clouds formed, like the way the clouds was looking in the sky was just.
You were here for Duratio, right? When we had Duratio.
The ratio, that the rain thing.
Yeah, we're like.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think it was 2020.
I was here.
Yeah.
I was in college.
That's probably the craziest storm I've ever been in. But
hey, listen.
But I remember looking at the clouds.
Hey, man.
I think I need to get home.
Iowa kind of enforced the fear that I have of storms. I don't like them. Not a fan of them. I get pretty nervous and anxious because the clouds be seeming like they be like right there, bruh. Like the clouds be seeming like they be so low up here in Iowa, and y'all get like heat storms. Like, it just let me know I'm not Katrina and Iowa helped me realize that I'm not a fan of storms. So the clouds was looking crazy the day before, and I remember being up kind of late. You know what I'm saying? The power had went out, and it was a decent amount of us. There was me, Benny, R.I.P. to Benny. That was my big cousin, big uncle, whatever you want to call him. Benny, Shalita, Dennis, Gennaro, my grandma, my grandpa, Felton, foster kid. And then you had Sonia and then her two kids. So it was a decent amount of us in my grandmother's house. Granted, Sonia stayed across the street with her two kids. And it went, I don't know, it was probably about 7 in the morning, 7:40, 7:30, something like that, bruh. And I remember being in bed, laying down. So I kind of try to give you guys a little depiction of the setup, right? So my grandmother's the way her front, when you walk in her front door, you're considered downstairs. And the only thing that made it downstairs was literally one step. You walked into the living room, and this is kind of where all the foster kids slept. This is where I slept. It was bunk bed, sofa on this side of next to the bunk bed, a dresser, TV, and it was kind of just like a straight shot. And then there was a doorway, and with one step, and then you entered into the living room. And then there was a hallway that went to her bedroom, and then you took another step up, and it was into the kitchen, and then it was a pretty big house, you know what I'm saying? But it was we funny when it comes to steps, upstairs and downstairs, literally one step. But we all down. I'm downstairs. I'm sleeping on the top bunk, and I remember my granddaddy was standing at the door, and just think about that Kevin Hart skit when he said his granddaddy was looking at the kid. Look at this cat drinking milk out the bowl. Like that's how my granddaddy was sitting at the window, front door, looking at this storm. And I remember him. I'm talking about. I've never heard his voice the way it sounded at that time. It was like, oh shit! Like it was very deep. It was very panicsome. It was very scary. To where I'm in a sleep, and I woke up, and I sat up in my bunk bed. I'm like, what's going on? Right? So the time it took me to sit up in my bunk bed, and for my older cousins to run downstairs and to see what he had just reacted to, and then me to jump off the bunk bed, the water was at my ankles.
Jeez.
The water was at my ankles. That probably was like a 2 to 3 minute situation. So he must have saw a wave or something. Like he must have saw something crazy. And I jumped, like I said, that time span, I jumped off the bed and boom, my feet was in the water. Like, and so now everybody's like, trying to operate. Everybody's trying to figure things out, and I'm young. And I remember, I don't initially remember what happened after I jumped off that bed, but I remember we had to go to the attic. And the time that it took for us to realize that it was time to go to the attic, the water was like at my shins. Like I'm slushing around in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? The water's kind of deep. And so we get to the attic, and I don't know, we probably sat in the attic for a little minute, man. Like, that was I don't know. I remember just eating a pack of dry noodles in the attic. Like I remember it was one of those situations, and I told you the amount of people that I had on my fingers. We're all in the attic. We don't have basements, obviously, so we have attics. We don't go in the attics. Like the attics isn't like a place where we go and we store stuff, and it's like the attic is just, you know what I'm saying?
Just
so
the rafter.
It's probably spider webs up there. It's probably nasty up there. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But we up there deep. And like I said, I think I just ate a pack of noodles, something like that. And I don't know. I don't think I dozed off, but time isn't relevant. I don't know. I don't know if relevant's the word, but it's like time isn't something I'm like that's processing correctly, because it got to a point to where we had to leave. The water, I guess, was getting too hot to where my older cousins that was not in the attic trying to, preserve whatever, they was like, it's time to go. So what happened was, I remember coming down the steps on the attic, and my I thought I was supposed to hit the ground, and I slipped and went right under. Got up. Water at chest. I'm eight, right? So I'm not like really tall at the time, you know what I'm saying? But still not crazy. But I slipped, went under, and then when I got pulled back up, like the water was at my chest, and so I'm just like moving throughout my grandmother's house. So our next door neighbor, Ray Boy had a 2-story house. And this is crazy, bro. We had to take, I guess, they had a 2x6 that went from my grandmother's window to the gate. And then there was another one that went from the gate to Ray Boy's 2nd-story house. We all had to shimmy across that. So I remember getting dunked back under the water to get to the 2x6 and just shuffling on the 2x6, scooting over to the other one, and then shuffling the rest of the way to Ray Boy's house.
That's crazy.
And this is crazy, bro. Like, and it's still storming outside as I'm doing this. Like, it's not like the storm had went away or it's clear. Like, it's still pretty weird outside, right? And I remember we got to Ray Boy house, and for some reason it got like, maybe outside was still going crazy, but I felt a little better. And like, it felt like everything had got calm because, like, Ray Boy had lights. Like, he had lights set up. It was dry. Like, it was no more water around us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had another pack of noodles I ate. You know what I'm saying? And we probably sat in Ray Boy house about a day. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a day or two. Something like that. And the water kind of went down a little bit. But not a lot. And my granddaddy's truck was down the street. I never forget that. Like, I remember him coming back upstairs and it was like, my truck is like, not down the street, like a couple houses down, like completely down the street, pinned up against a house where it stopped at. Like, you know what I'm saying? It probably would have kept going, but it rammed up against a house, and that's where it was stopped at, sideways, like this. Like, not straight like this. It was sideways, like up against somebody's like front whole side of the house. And I guess one of his friends had a P-Raw, which is kind of like a boat. I wouldn't say it's a little boat, like a little fishing boat, something like that. And we all got on it. Like I said, this is a couple of, well, I'm lying. Let me back up a little bit. So we actually went back to my grandmother's house when the water went down a little bit more. Now, mind you, the water is kind of out my grandmother's house now. You know what I'm saying? The water is kind of like at her porch. So the porch is like, you kind of can't get off the porch because water is just right there. You know what I'm saying? But the porch was empty. But the house is disgusting. The bathroom is foul. Like, it's just nasty. Like, everything is just nasty. And we probably stayed there for maybe like, I don't know, maybe like another day or two. And I remember my Tita Shalita, she had went and got me some clothes. Like, you know what I'm saying? She went and looted and got me some clothes. And this is one of those things where I don't want to get really political about this. I'm pretty sure there's other people that did. But, for all those people out there that was like, majority of people was looting on some like trying to come up. Bro, nobody was looting to come up, bro. Like, a lot of people was looting because we had to.
Survive.
Like, so we were surviving, bro.
Survival mode.
Like, literally. Like, don't get me wrong. It probably definitely was people that was out there that was, there always is. So it's like, that's something that you can't factor out. But it's one of those things where it's like, majority of the people was out there just trying to live, bro. Was trying to survive. And so Tita Shalita got me some clean clothes, bro. Like, just t-shirts, underwears, some shorts. And I remember me jumping in the water with the clean clothes on. And I ain't never get, like, she ain't put her hands on me, but I'm talking about she got on my ass. She like, I just went got you that. Like, I'm talking about, she like, yeah, like, and I felt it. Like, I was like, dang, I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, and luckily it was a pack, so I had but we was catching shrimp. Like, we was catching shrimp. My granddaddy was sitting up there watching me and Felton catch shrimp in this water with the dirty clothes on. Like, that was okay. The clean clothes we just got was like, no, we're done playing in this water, bro. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But I went one more time with the clean underwear on, clean clothes on, and she got on me.
That's crazy. You're just out there catching shrimp.
We had a white bucket full of them. We didn't go too far. Like, we didn't go to the street. We just stayed right around the porch though. I just caught what we could. One We didn't eat them or nothing like that. Like we wasn't on that. You feel what I'm saying? My grandma had a bunch of frozen food in a deep freezer that was still frozen. You feel what I'm saying?
You were just catching them.
We were just catching them. We saw them. We saw them and we was catching them. You know what I'm saying?
We're kids.
We're kids, bro.
We
We're
can't
kids.
do anything
We're
else.
8, bro. We're not processing how serious this situation is.
Yeah.
So this is where the P-Raw situation comes in at. One of my granddaddy's friends pulled up just to check on him to see if he was okay. And he was like, that's when my granddaddy went with him on that P-Raw, found his truck, and then he noticed at the top of the street was bare. It wasn't flooded. So we went to the top. So, after he came back, we all packed up as much as we could, went to the top of the street, and it was a building. It was like an office building or something like that. Man, we broke into this building and I felt so rich. I had my own room, my own office room. It was big. I felt great, bruh. Carpet, like I'm like, I got my own room. Mind you, my mom was going through something prior. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, I feel like I'm up. I feel like I got my own room right now. And it's big. It got a table in it. I felt good. Everybody had their own little area. And that's when all my family members went and they was grabbing the deep freezer food. Grab the deep freezer food, grab the grill from the backyard, and then we started to survive. We started to cook. Things started to seem kind of normal to me. My grandma was making grits, eggs, bacon, smoked sausage on the grill. So we was eating. You know what I'm saying? But I really wanted to show this, man. I really wanted to, because last episode I kind of put it to the camera a little bit. But throughout that time, when we was, in that abandoned building, fun was being had. And this is kind of the picture that my dad sent me of me, my granddad, R.I.P. to John Boot. It's kind of how we say John in the South, John. And Felton, and we was playing cards. We was just sitting out playing cards, man, and we was enjoying that time.
Bro, that's my dad's name. Next time he's up here and you see him, you gotta be like, "What's up, John?"
That's his name, John?
John.
Hey, man, I don't even know where that picture's at, bruh.
They'll be like, "What'd you say?"
Is that how y'all say it, John?
I don't know. I say John. John. John.
Yeah, we say John.
John.
So this is me, my granddaddy, John Booth, and Raymond. And he's got the back of his head turned. But yeah, look at me, man. Does it look like I'm in a dire situation? Does it look like I'm chill? Does it look like I'm, you know what I'm saying?
Bro's like the beach came to us.
Man, bro, literally, bro.
This is crazy.
Literally, bro. We was probably playing pity pack. And I'm talking about, man, just old school Mississippi dude, man. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to John Boot, man. And just being out there for those couple days, it was one of those things where it was like, it just wasn't as real as it was supposed to be. We was cooking, we was eating, we was having a good time until we wasn't. Family members started tweaking. Benny and Dennis had a fight. Dennis had Benny with a he had Benny with something crazy on the side of his face, and I was like, man, y'all boy, what's up? And I'm young, and I'm just like, bro, how y'all not having as good as time as me? Why y'all fighting each other? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about real war vibes. I remember standing out because the building was like, the building was straight, and so you enter the parking lot, and the building was like this, in the park, you know what I'm saying? You kind of park like this. So we would sit out in the parking lot and we would watch. I'm talking about, you seeing UPS trucks driving, flipping, hitting the median. I seen a UPS truck driving, hit the median. Excuse me, boom, flip all over, all crazy. I'm like, bro, everything looks crazy and deserted. I remember one night we went out and this is the first time I didn't even know what this meant, but we were ciphering gas. Cut the water hose, put it in the gas tank, suck until, you feel what I'm saying, gas came out. Put it into the gas tank for the generator. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this is another thing they did, talk about looting.
Another survival.
Bro, we're surviving, bro. Like, but I remember being a part of it. I was with the group. Like, I wasn't sitting in there like with my grandma and my auntie and them. I was going out with the boys. Doing that. Them dudes was fighting. Man, it was just so much going on, bro. And so this is like I said, it was good until it wasn't. And I remember them dudes getting into a fight, and everything just started to go south. Like, dudes went to splitting up, going to other places, not trying to stay around each other, like just separating until it was literally like 6 or 7 of us. And out of like 10 to 11, it was Sonia, her 2 kids, my grandma, the 2 foster, me and Felton, my granddaddy, and that was it. Dennis and Gennaro had gone, Benny had gone, like everybody else had gone, bro. It was just the women and the kids that was still there. And that probably lasted for one day. And this was another morning came, and we were sitting out there grilling. You know, smoke side, just making breakfast. And I remember a brigade of military trucks just went to ride by, like a fat amount, like heavy. So much so that we seen a couple, and they just kept coming to whereas we all went, stood up by the gate, and was just watching them all drive past and just looking. And you obviously had people out the window with cameras, like just recording us. You know what I'm saying? Like
all the news,
man.
outlets.
But it wasn't like nobody was stopping. And I remember one military dude jumped. He was hanging on the back. He jumped off his truck and came and talked to my grandmother. And I was standing right next to her. And I remember him saying, "There's another storm that's coming, and it might be worse." And I think this was Hurricane Rita. He was like, another storm is coming, and we think it might be best for y'all to evacuate. Like, we gotta plan a situation for y'all. Like, we can help y'all out. And my grandma was like, "We out of here. Like, let's go." So we packed up everything, and we went to this church. We went to this church that was down the street, and this was my first time ever having an MRE. They had MREs for us. You familiar with MRE?
Nope.
MRE is a military meal, which stands for meal ready to eat,
Okay.
and it comes in this it's like a tan.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so we had those, and I'm talking about, I couldn't believe that joint. It was SpaghettiOs or something like that, like. And you know, if you had an MRE, you know how it operates. You put the bag in the water and the hot pack, I guess, like that. You seal it up and you shake it, and that joint get crazy hot, and it cooks the food for you. I was doing that so much. Like, I loved just like the way that could happen, like the science of it. And so you had like crackers, you had a little cookie in there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't a cookie. It might have been like some candy or some M&Ms or something like that. But some Skittles maybe. But you know, you had like, and I was just doing my thing with those, and I saved one. But then, you know, we made it to the church. When we got to the church, we sat in there and we waited for probably about an hour, and the helicopter came. This is my first time ever being on a helicopter. And the helicopter came and it picked us up. And bro, like, this is like crazy, bro. Because we were obviously like in a better situation, but we're flying over like people that's not in a better situation. I was 8. So our situation probably was terrible. But like we was eating, we had a grill, we had food, like, and just seeing all those people that was like not in that situation, like those people that had to live in the Superdome for all that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the Superdome had gotten treacherous. It had gotten crazy in the Superdome, like, and you talking about people trying to survive. Like, I couldn't imagine being in a Superdome. And it's one of those things where I don't take no credit for a lot of the stuff in my life. Like, it had to be a higher source helping me. It had to be God doing the things that He, you know, just because man, bro, that's not my story to tell though. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in the Superdome. I don't know the exact experience, but I just know it is just unimaginable compared to where I was at. So we took the helicopter. The helicopter took us directly to the airport, and then this is my first time being on a plane.
Wow.
It was it was one of those things where I don't remember getting on the plane. I don't remember boarding the plane or nothing like that. I just remember being on the plane, and these two new, like, super duper New Orleans ladies was behind me, bruh. And just the way it had to be their first time on a plane. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to keep it cool, and they are tweaking. Like, give me that gum. Like, I need some gum. Like, no, I guess they wasn't on that, but like, they was just the energy was crazy. And I remember them tweaking about the gum because, you know, when you fly, your ears pop.
Yeah.
This has never been that serious, but they needed it though. Like, they needed it. Like, even the way that they would chew, like, make sure you chew with you, make sure you can pop. We've been on the plane since. I don't know if anybody has taken it that serious, but yeah, I never forget how like dramatic they was about that gum, like that double mint. And so we're on a plane, and we flew to Lubbock, Texas. That's where they had a shelter at. And this shelter was like a stadium. And it's crazy because, like, I don't know what happened at the time. Like, I don't know what happened to Benny. I don't know what happened to Dennis. I don't know what happened to Gennaro. Like, I don't know what happened to none of them. Like, the men in the family that was arguing and beefing. Like, I don't even think my granddaddy came with us. Like, I think even he stayed. Because those are his sons. Like, even though my grandmother was a foster parent, like those were her sons though. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know I don't even think like I said, my granddad didn't even come. And so we all went to Lubbock, Texas. Man. I remember being there, bro, and it was like, it felt good to sleep on a blow up. You get what I'm saying? Like, and it was like maybe like 2 foot between the next family and their blow ups. You know what I'm saying? And it was like 2 foot below me was another family and they blow ups. And then 2 foot ahead of me, and then 2 foot to my right, 2 foot to my left. And then just imagine the whole stadium was like that. Just
because how many days has it been?
It's probably been like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It's probably been like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, something like that, since the start of the storm till that point. Like,
yeah, that's a long,
bro.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. It was, yeah. It was a lot, bro, and it was something that I couldn't,
like, relief.
It felt so good. Cause think about it, right? I felt good being in the apartment building or the office building.
Yeah,
I had my own room.
Yeah.
I felt carpet. I felt good, but it still didn't compare to having some type of bed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some type of cushion I'm sleeping on. You know what I'm saying? And it was great, bro. Sleeping on that cushion and feeling and it was so 8 years old. I didn't really have an understanding of video games. I never even had the means to get a video game. There was a game there, and I had fun just watching other people play it. Not even playing it myself. I didn't know how to play fucking Halo. I didn't know how to play none of them games that those dudes was playing. It was just fun to watch them play the game, like, you know what I'm saying? And I remember they had a call. Every day it would take a bus to like a recreational center that had like, pool table and ping pong and stuff like that. Just another recreational place that wasn't the shelter. And bro, I remember coming back to the shelter and I would just finesse. I would steal hella of these just snacks that I never had. I never had the little 6-pack of Ritz crackers with the peanut butter in them. Bro, I probably had like 100 of them. just stashed up like I had a little bag full of them. You know what I'm saying? Like like the gummy bears and all that, bro. Like I remember being in the stairwell, like, man, this is, and that's crazy, right? So this is right. Being in the stairwell, I heard my name over the intercom get called. Kendrick Jones, please report to the front table. You have a phone call. And I was like, nah. 15 minutes later, now I'm out of the stairwell and I'm at the game thing. Kendrick Jones, please report to the thing. You have a phone call. And my grandmother, she probably was just sitting on that bed the whole time, just sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Like I was one of them type of kids, bro. I'm active. Like I'm out. Like, you good? I'm out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to watch them play games and find watching them kids play games ended me up at the little sports complex, recreational place. You feel what I'm saying? Like my grandma didn't know I was over there. You know what I'm saying? I just was like, oh, that's where we going? All right, bet, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? That was the kid I was, bro. And I remember them calling my name that second time, and I went and I was walking, and I like got to the spot to the front office, and I was like, I'm Kendrick. I think I heard my name get called, and I was like, you're Kendrick Jones. And I was like, yeah. And it was like, oh, yo, okay, yeah, you got a phone call. And when I picked up the phone, I was like, hello? And I heard my mama crying. Like she couldn't even really talk. Like, she's like, Buzz? And I was like, Ma? And like, she just broke down. Like, you feel what I'm saying? That was my mama first time hearing my voice in 2+ weeks. You feel what I'm saying? Like, my mama didn't know what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? And from my mama's situation, like my mama story is crazy. Like she didn't go to the Superdome, but she slept on a bridge, like with a whole bunch of other people. Like, she woke up with a frog in her face. Like my baby brother that was 3 months old had done passed out, like just from being dehydrated and stuff like that. And within hours, you know what I'm saying, she was able to walk and make it to like some type of medical attention for my little brother, which led her to getting on the news, screaming my name out, and my other family members that had evacuated seeing my mama on the news. You feel what I'm saying? Looking for me. Like, my son, this is his name, Kendrick Jones, da-da-da-da. They call him Buzz, X, Y, and Z. And I guess that's how people in Lubbock was like, oh, I think we got a Kendrick Jones. Let us look at our oh, we got a Kendrick Jones. Let's try to find him and see where he at. And so, my mama's situation was even crazier because when she wanted to evacuate, it was buses. And it was buses to Atlanta, to Texas, to Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, all the surrounding states. Excuse me. All those buses was filled to the T. You couldn't even stand up on them buses. It was so packed. The only bus that was empty that was comfortable enough was a bus to Seattle, Washington. And that's the bus that she took. Oh, wow. So when my mama called me, my mama was in Seattle. Like, that's where she called. Crazy. That's what she called me from, Seattle, Washington. So whenever they finally figured it out, like, and I want to phone my mama, and she like, yeah, like, she like, Buzz, like, and she just breaking down. I can't even remember the conversation that was had. Like, I just remember like that, hearing her say that, and was like, reality hit. It was like, oh man, like my mama, like, right, like my mama, like what's going on? Like, where my siblings at? Like, and within a day, maybe a day or two, I was getting put on a flight, and I remember I didn't have much. Right, I didn't have much, but what I did have was like a little toiletry bag filled with with the crackers.
I got my snacks.
I had so many snacks. They told me to put some back. They was like, "You can't take all of these," and I was just like, "Okay, I was on. You can have a couple back, but you're not taking this whole bag back. This bag is filled with just goodies." And I remember this chick. I don't know if she was had to be in the same situation as me. I don't know. I don't know if she was just going to Seattle and the people. We got to the airport and the people was like, "Hey, can you watch him as he's going to Seattle? Like, can you look after him on the flight?" And I think she said yes. And so that's kind of what happened. Like, and I was so mean to her when that flight, but I didn't know her like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she would be talking to me and I would just be looking out the window. Like, I would like kind of listen, but like, and you know, one of those things where the only thing that she could probably perceive was like, this kid has just been through a lot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And like looking back at it, that probably was the situation that was going on in my head. But like, I felt like I was being mean. Like, I was just like, I'm not trying to engage in much conversation. And I remember there was some white people that was on a plane that was trying to talk to me too. Like, and I would give a little bit, but it wasn't like, I remember they would just be talking to me and I would just not be even engaged. Like, I would just be out the window, or like I would look and I would like look back out the window. Um, and then I remember we got there, and I remember, I remember, I remember getting off the plane and walking through the tunnel. And before I can even get out the tunnel, I seen a flash of gray, and it was my mom. And she had like, I remember, never forget, she had like an all gray outfit on, all gray jumpsuit or something like that. And the flash was her darting through people, and I'm like little, so I'm like just seeing it coming, and then I just get hit. You feel what I'm saying? By my mom, and she just wrapped me up and hugged me all crazy, and and yeah, once my mom like tackled one, once I connected with my mom, it was over with. I remember us walking through the airport and me just being like, man, I've never been in an airport before. Like, they got all this stuff around. Like, it was all bright. And we walked all the way to the back, and we got out, and it wasn't no Ubers or nothing like that. So it had to be like a taxi. We got in, and or no matter of fact, it was her friend. So my mom actually had a friend that was in Tacoma or Seattle that was from Tacoma. And I remember we drove back to the hotel, and it all just still felt good though. Like, every stage, it just felt good. Like, from being in the office building to being in the shelter with a bed to being in not a hotel. Like, I'm ultra comfortable now, and none of my siblings are here yet. You know what I'm saying? It's just me, my mom, my baby brother, and that's it. And we just in this hotel, like, living it up, having a great time. Like, and living it up, having a great time. I was feeling like I was living it up, having a great time. Like, my mom's still trying to
Yeah.
like get my other siblings up here too. And yeah, that was when I had finally got reconnected with my mom, and we enjoyed that time being reconnected. I enjoyed that time with just me and my mom. Like, nobody else was around. We went to parks. You know what I'm saying? Like, Seattle, 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 Seattle. Man, how much I love Seattle. How much I feel like my whole family loves Seattle. Like, when they got there, like, the beautifulness of being in a place like New Orleans that, you know, it's not just like New Orleans, like it's just a place. Like New Orleans is a you know what I'm saying? But the scenery, like New Orleans is below sea level. So there is no hills or nothing like that until you get like northern Louisiana or something like that. Being in Seattle, just seeing like in the mid, like you're driving through hills. It's like in the middle of the city though, like you know what I'm saying. Or and it was like, man, the parks had lakes and sand and stuff like that. And it was like, bro, this park is big, got trees. Like I could get lost in this park. You know what I'm saying? We got a park like that. It's called City Park. You know what I'm saying? But you're not always going to city. You're going to the park down the street with the one jungle gym and a swing set. You feel what I'm saying? And maybe some monkey bars. But being in Seattle, it was like, bro, like this is crazy. We walked everywhere for the first you know, for the first probably month and a half we was there. We walked everywhere. And man, when I tell you the love that was shown when we got to Seattle, we had a crazy 2-story house that I think my mom had got on like, Section 8 or something like that. Like, but it was different up there. You know what I'm saying? Then with New Orleans, I guess what she can get on Section 8 in New Orleans compared to what she can get in Seattle was totally different. And this house was immaculate. We was in a newspaper. Like people was donating stuff to us left and right, clothes, furniture, shoes. Like within the time that we got there and all my family had got together, within like a month, we had a fully furnished house, TVs, like all donated to us. You know what I'm saying? Living in a
Wow.
great neighborhood. And then we lived there for a year. And then the next year, we moved into another house that was a 3-story house. You know what I'm saying? Like the garage. When you come into the house, it was you going through we never even used the front door. We go into the garage, and the garage door led to steps that led to the first level. The garage area, there was a back door that had a pool table, and it
wow.
was just a chill area downstairs in the you know what I'm saying? And you went up them stairs and it was a living room, the kitchen, and then my mom master bedroom was off in the cut. But then around the bend in the living room was some stairs that led to the laundry room and 3 other bedrooms. Man, it was just life had changed, man, and then life happened some more. But that's like a different story for a different day. But man, that Katrina thing was
That's a lot in a short period of time.
2 years. Two years from Hurricane Katrina to living in Seattle, and then we moved, and then life like got crazy again. I mean, I look back and I think like if we would have just stayed in Seattle, you know what I'm saying? If we would have just stayed. So excuse me. We originally went to Seattle, but we lived in um Everett. We didn't actually live in Seattle. Seattle was like where we was at in the hotel and stuff like that.
Okay.
The first house was in the second house, excuse me, was in Everett. The first house was in I think like Sunnyside or Springfield or something. I mean, maybe it was Sunnyside. Mukilteo was the school that I went to, the elementary school. So it was in that district. If anybody knows about the Washington area, Mukilteo Elementary was the elementary school that I went to for the first year. We was in Washington, and then the second year I went to Olivia Park Elementary. Um, mm. And so just going through all that, man, um, you know, I still, I just can't take credit for my life, bro, because, situations like that is like, how can you? I look back at Hurricane Katrina, bro, it's like over 15,000 people died.
18.
Was it 1,800 or 18?
1800.
1,800 people
1800,
died,
yeah.
bro. Like,
I did look that up earlier.
That's crazy, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that serious when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know it had got that real. I remember being in that hotel, and I remember I was always doing something. My mom would be up in the room. I would be in the lobby, kicking it with the the host, the lobbyists, kicking it with them. And I remember this lady in the washroom, literally writing down my story and I'm a kid.
Yeah.
She could have been exploiting me, trying to go write a book, trying to get a bestseller or whatever. But I'm sitting up here explaining it to her, and she's literally got me in a washroom writing everything down.
Yeah, for real. I feel like this could be a book turned into a Netflix series or
Man.
series, movie, whatever. But yeah, that like
Because you go from that, and then you go to the hometown kid coming back to Louisiana, being a 2-time state champ wrestler, like, going to college, graduating college, like, but this is just one story of many that,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that just shows the people of New Orleans, bro, the resilience of these people. And it broke my heart like so much when that terrorist attack happened on Bourbon Street, and the dude just riding down the street, just running over people. It's like, bro, my city go through so much. You know what I'm saying? Go through so much to have to deal with something like that. And it's like, I wouldn't want it to happen to no city.
yeah.
But it's like, it's my city. It feels even, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're resilient people, man. And we love hard. And, it just brings it back to the beginning of the pod, bro, where it's like, I just need to go home for a little bit. And so I can't wait. I can't wait to embrace myself in my city again and just, be a tourist for a couple of days. I definitely wanted to give a little bit about myself. And I think the Katrina story is kind of like a decent bit about myself. I mean, I still have more to give, but I don't want to make continuous episodes about me. I mean, it can, you know what I'm saying? There's definitely episodes that I'm going to talk more about me, you know what I'm saying? Because my wrestling journey is another one that I feel like.
We'll take some side quests along the way.
Yeah, exactly. Because who I am today isn't that kid from New Orleans that went through all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that kid from New Orleans that went through all that wouldn't be the Kendrick that you guys are talking to today if it wasn't for wrestling. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't get to who I am today without wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like, that sport shaped me so well. And I'm talking about so firm, like not wavering. I'm talking about firmly shaped who I am as a person, how I operate, how I do things, how I look at things, how I go into things. And then on top of just being like a hard New Orleanian, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just forms a great person, I feel. And so, yeah, maybe we'll talk about that some other time. But
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3, man. This has been a great pod, bro. I hope you guys enjoyed my New Orleans journey, my Hurricane Katrina story. There'll be more to talk about. So again, this is the BroLo podcast. I am your host, Kendrick. Behind the camera is my man, R-Rated. And until next time,
I just need a way out.